to act rightly.
Now, let me see, for instance, who actually does resident doctors negotiate with? Who is the employers? Is it the board of the teaching hospitals? Is it the Ministry of Health? Somebody must own up. And until they sort that one out, who is the employer in terms of terms and conditions of employment, they will be held responsible. If it is the ministry that fixes their salary, then it's the ministry or the minister who is their employer. If it is chief executives or the chief medical officers are the employers, then they have the right to fix terms and conditions of employment, and the association have to deal with them directly. A situation where you, for instance, I don't know who fixes their salary. Sometimes the board says, okay, pay. Sometimes they say they are referring the matter to the minister. Such simple administrative issues have to be sorted out. The Minister of Labour is in a position to guide other ministries and other agencies on what to do. So, but this question of one union negotiating with the Federal Executive Council doesn't make sense to me.
Do you think that when we have different ministers coming at different times, does it affect the whole negotiations, or the permanent secretaries anyway?
So documents are always there. Documents are always there. But you see, each minister comes with his own priority. Something happened in 2009, maybe that minister says, okay, let's sign this thing. The strike has gone on for 3 months. Let the children go back to school. Let us sign, we are going to pay. And they didn't pay. Budget after budget, the money is not appropriated. The next minister comes and you go to him and he's in sympathy with you. Look, this money should have been paid. I'll see what I'm going to do at this budget. That's 1 year. If it's not appropriated during that budget period, you don't get it. So there should be a lot of work to be done, both by the union, their leadership, in such a way that they also lobby the National Assembly.
Yeah, let's take it. That was where we're going to go. But let's take that part in just a moment. Don't go away. Welcome back. Could you tell us, I mean, what role can a National Assembly play in all this?
If you look at the ASU grievance, they have non-implementation of 2009 agreement.
Yeah.
They also have non-implementation of memorandum of understanding at some other point in time. I think the National Assembly can do a lot. Now, if you look at all this money, if you put them together as domestic debts, the budget institution can now work out how this money can be spread over a period of time, with assurances that it will be paid, if not in a way in which it does not distort every other thing of the government. But if we don't want to wait until all these 2009, 2014 debts and so on are all packed together, and we're not talking of one university. We're talking about so many universities spread across the country. Each time they look at the total figure, they're bound to say, why are we going to release so much money? But they must release this money either in bids or in installments that can be agreeable to both parties. So that at a point in time, we'll stop talking about 2009 areas, 2014 areas, and then move forward. The National Assembly can, by its budget oversight functions, ensure that this money is paid. Instead of thinking that at the end of every strike, the debts are lost, the debts are not lost. We just want to wait for a new leader to be elected, and it has to become relevant, and he has to dust his books. And if there is no strike credited during his period, he probably will not be remembered in history as having headed ASU.
But would it be out of place, for instance, if during the budget presentation they ask questions about, okay, where are these agreements you signed? Has it been provided for in the budget year on year?
The budget thing is supposed to be open. It's supposed to be accessible, and from the people at the level of ASU, and they're not the scum of the earth. They should have access to the budget as they come up. And they should also be able to lobby through their own network or through their own connections to ensure that part thereof, whatever is being owed to them, reflects in the budget from year to year.
All right, that's what we'll anchor. We've been speaking with Linus Sukamba, who is a former member of the Industrial Arbitration Panel. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much.
Well, much as the meeting is expected to continue with the federal government and ASU, then the federal government and NERD, we're hoping that they can resolve all of this and get back to work. That's the show today. We thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm Chamberlain Osal.
And I'm Gimba Umar.